Hey, happy Labor Day. Well, it's not Labor Day when you're watching this, it's Labor Day when I'm recording it, so I guess happy belated Labor Day. And so here in Florida, of course, we are preparing for Hurricane Dorian and definitely keeping in prayer Florida, the other states that may be impacted, the Bahamas for sure. And so just know that, me and my family, that we are praying for the miraculous really to happen in this situation. But as we wait, I'm doing what other normal people do. I'm playing Uno. And so I have this game Uno on my phone, and I love playing it. It's kind of how one of the ways that I decompress a little bit. It's just a way to just throw out some cards, and I don't have to think about a whole lot. I don't have to solve any problems. It just can veg out a little bit. But I'm also really, really competitive. I don't like to lose, and I'm just very competitive with the Uno game. But right now, I don't have any money. I lost all my money. And it's funny because when you kind of go up and down in the game. And right now, or during times like this when I don't have any money, I'm like, go big or go home. Playing the highest cost games, it doesn't really matter. If I bankrupt myself, I know the game is going to give me, 300 free coins every day because they want me to keep playing the game. And so I'm just like, hey, let's take some risks. Let's do the thing. Um, and so that tends to pay off. And I'll build up my bank. I'll build it up, build it up, build it up until I get to a certain point when I'm like, oh snap, I have all this money. I don't want to lose the money. Now, keep in mind, it's not my money. It's really not. It's all fake money. It's play money. Um, but in my mind, it's my money, and I need to save it. I need to hold it. I need to, not spend it. I just, I'll play like one game, a tiny game. If I lose, it's okay. I only lost like 50 coins. It's okay. It's no big deal. And so, as I'm thinking about really how slightly obsessive this is, uh, I started thinking about how we as Christians can be just like that in real life. I mean, God has given us so much. He's given us gifts and talents, He's given us resources and connections and influence. But sometimes when we get to a certain place in our lives where, things are working, the job is good, the relationship is good, the kids aren't being crazy this week, we kind of want to hold on to it. We kind of want to hold on to it. We just want it to stay the way it is. Don't rock the boat type thing. And then God says, I need you to trust me. And then God says, I need you to take this risk. I need you to make this investment. I need you to do this thing or take this step towards your purpose. And we hesitate. We look around and we're like, God, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know if that seems smart. That's wise. And it's almost like the story in the New Testament with the talents and how the master gave, different amounts of talents to different servants. And, there was one servant who only got one talent, and he took the talent and he dug it in the ground. And so when the master came back, the other servants had, made money off of what he'd given them. They, doubled it, or and whatnot. This one guy was like, here's what you gave me. There you go. Have at it. And the master was angry. He was like, you could have at least invested it or put it in the bank or something so that I could have earned some interest. Like, you just put the gift that I gave you in the ground. And the master, the things did not go well for this particular servant. Master's not pleased, and he gave that gift to the one that he'd originally given the most to. And so in life, we can be like that servant. God has given us so much. He's given you the gift of creativity. You can sing like the angels. You are good with numbers and with budgeting. You have compassion. And yet, because things are kind of, you're like, you okay. You don't want to rock that boat. You don't want to take that step of faith. You don't want to trust God and do what He's called you to do. But I'm telling you right now that the time is over for you to stand in fear. The time is over for you to hold on to your gifts, to hoard them and to hold them tight to your chest because you want to make sure that it just all stays the same. Now is the time to trust God. Now is the time to act on the words that He has given you. When He says go, it's time for you to go. When He says come, it's time for you to come. Girl, I promise you, if He calls you out onto the sea, over the waves, you can walk on water. He wouldn't call you unless He'd already equipped you to do that which He called you to do. So stop sitting on your gifts. Stop holding on to everything and pretending like it's just for you, because it wasn't given to you just for you. It was given to you so that you could be a blessing to others. It was given to you so that you could walk in your purpose and that you could walk in your destiny. And so pretend like you don't have a whole lot. I mean, quite frankly, everything that we have is God's, and He's just given us the opportunity to be a good steward over it. And so being a good steward doesn't mean hoarding it. Being a good steward means using it to build His kingdom for His purposes and in His time. So go big or go home, girl. Do what He said to do. Don't be afraid. Step out in faith. You got this. I love you so much. Stay safe. When you're watching this, I don't know, what's going to be going on, but remember that God is in control and He loves you so much. He has a purpose and a plan for your life. It's time for you to walk in it. Love you. See you later.